Oh, we have been to Fujifilm shop.
And I've got some cookies from them because I've not had lunch, and some new gear, but I'm not sure we're supposed to take out, but let's go out anyway.
I've got these.
You got lens caps, brand new lens caps.
Quite a lot.
Ooh, look at that. Oh. What's the specs on those lot?
It's quite plasticky.
I'm glad it was that you dropped, not this. That's why I'm trusted with these, because I'm the one with safe hands.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
We've only got a couple of hours between us to get hands on with the new kit, so let's take a quick look at what's new with this couple of Fujis.
This episode of Super Bokeh Bros is sponsored by Squarespace, the place to go to for setting up your own slick-looking website.
How about let me have one of them?
Fine.
How about you going to, like, John Woo movie?
So what we've got here, we've got a new GFX50S, a new lens for X-mount. So it's a 33mm, which equiv is about a 50. It's a 50 standard. 1.4 LMWR fast aperture. This looks a bit different to the other 35 1.4. That was quite fat. It's got quite a nice shape to it. You know, it's quite slim compared to the 35 1.4 from what I remember.
And it's the right size for X Pro whatever.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it's quite long, but on this X Pro free body, it feels pretty good in the hands. It's got your aperture dial, of course,
Yeah,
the
not
aperture
bad.
ring. That's why you're shooting Fuji.
Yeah, I think aperture ring is essential for Fujifilm camera.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the cheaper ones, you don't get the aperture ring, but they've got you by the balls because they know deep down that you want that aperture ring. So if you look at the cheap ones, you think, oh, I'll save some money. No. 2 aspherical elements, 10 elements, 15 groups. No, it's probably the other way around. 15 elements and 10 groups. It's Chinese New Year already.
I mean, in Chinatown, it's always Latin.
Always celebrating. It's the Mid-Autumn Festival. It's just like Christmas these days. They just do it so early, they might as well just leave the Christmas tree out. Same this, it's like, Mid-Autumn Festival, yeah, we'll do that. Chinese New Year, yeah. You know, it takes too much time to take them down. We just keep it on.
The last time I was here shooting with you, it was seeing them taking off Latin. And then now I'm here, it's Latin again.
But I think they do take them down. Yeah, they do take them down, don't they?
To change
at some
the sponsor logo from it, from them.
Yeah, screw you. You've stopped sponsoring us. We're going to take the lights down. With anger, because it takes so much time to take all of these down. But yes, we are in Chinatown. Just in case Locke feels a little bit homesick, here you go, waft some of the smells of the drain. Chinese food.
I don't miss that.
Looks great! The image quality, that is. Feels good on the street for focusing. A quick graze of the camera and poking that shutter button pulses that AF quickly.
Wow, look at that fashion icon.
The old 35 1.4 wouldn't focus as fast as this thing does. It does feel like one of Fuji's sharpest lenses wide open. You can see all those fine bits of detail at f1.4. It's a phenomenal bit of glass. Bokeh is also pleasingly soft and non-distracting, like really good. Bokeh ball smooth, barely any double lines or hard edges in sight. You just need to consider that this lens is a bit longer than the 35.
There's a little bit of blockage there. Takes about a tenth of the finer frames there.
But if you're using the small window there, it's blocking that way anyway.
Alright, now it's time to take a gander at the new medium-ish format GFX50S2.
So yeah, new Fujifilm GFX50S2 Mark II. Mark II, I don't know what they call it. It's got a 2 on the end anyway. It's new. Newer than the S. How? I don't know. It's not much. No, seriously, it's got a new mode dial. Check that out, it's very, very new. But they put some other goodness in there. I mean, this is a sort of 100, GFX 100, it's a GFX 100S body?
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep forgetting what they call all their medium format cameras. Locke was saying that they used a picture of the GFX 100S in the presentation, but we've got the real thing here. 50S Mark II right here. They've improved autofocus, so it's not quite as good as the 100S, but it's better than before. Obviously, I mean, it'd be pretty rubbish if they kept it the same. But let's test out the autofocus. I mean, yeah, it's not. Well, that's pretty good actually. That's not bad.
Tis a fine example of contrast detection AF working well. The GFX100S uses phase detection, but the 50S2 is still good for larger than full-frame bodies.
Yeah, as I say in my 100S review, I feel like you don't feel like you're using a medium format. I mean, it might be not as fast as the latest full-frame camera, but then it's good enough for street photography.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I remember a time, I mean, it wasn't that long ago when medium format cameras, if you can call it medium format, they call it large format. It's smaller than medium format technically, but I remember a time when they were kind of a bit slow and you just think, nah, I shouldn't really be testing out here on the streets. But now it does feel like you can. And I think this is pretty good because, shit, tripped over that big fucking bollard there. It means the performance is kind of closer to full frame mirrorless. And this is really the big competition. It's not the Hasselblads. It's the A7R, whatever mark they're on right now. You know, the high resolution full frame mirrorless, because they're kind of priced not too different from this. This is £3,500, €3,999. That's probably the US price. So that's not bad. This is the brand new 35-70 lens, which is kind of compact when you do that, take lens head off. But of course when you extend it, it extends quite a bit out. 62mm filter thread. And the stabilization has been improved on the 50S2, half a stop more than the 100S. Which means the total is
6.5.
Yes. Try and hand hold it here.
In-body image stabilization works well. Comes in handy when you're hand holding a chunky body and lens like this and shooting with moderate max aperture zooms, or if you want to take random photos like this.
You can do that. Flips that way. Flips that way. No, you can't vlog with it. Well, you can vlog with it if you want, but it doesn't flip out that way.
It's a serious camera.
Yes.
It don't do selfie.
Always like these negative screens in terms of coolness factor. In terms of usability, probably not much difference. I mean, this is cool, but this is a lot more legible, I think. Yeah. You can see all the settings clearer. In fact, I think that's cooler.
It's so clear.
Yeah.
That's why people say it's e-ink. Some people argue with me that, oh, it's e-ink or whatever. No, you take the battery out, it's gone. It's not e-ink.
I mean, the body is, for anybody worrying that the body size is going to be much bigger than full-frame mirrorless, it's a little bit bigger. But when you compare it to a full-frame DSLR, kind of the same. Lenses are a little bit bigger. Dual card slots, 2 SD cards. That's pretty much it, isn't it? The whole point of it, I guess, is to offer a way into medium format that doesn't cost much more, because medium format was once priced a bit too far out, a bit too high for people to get into. But if you want to get into this, now's a good time with this. It's got video mode as well. Shoot medium format video, full HD. It's got a little switch here. And then it does have separate settings for stills and movie. Just like the XT4.
Very important.
Very important.
Well, it's still just 1080. I'm a bit disappointed, but 1080. But then it's only 30p. It's only 8-bit 420. So pretty basic. But it's medium format. They call it large format, sorry.
Rolling shutter is significant and will probably make you feel motion sick or hungry for jelly. But as appealing a gimmick as it is to take medium format video, I don't think many GFX users are using it for video.
I'm not sure if there's too much of a demand for medium format cameras for street photography. Do you want to print large? Maybe you do. 51 megapixels, which is more than enough. That's why it's called 50S2.
This camera will always live in the shadow of the GFX100S, but that's fine. This could be the camera that will convince any photographer that craves high res to go bigger. At the price of £3,500, $4,000, this is more than reasonable. It's a steal. Fujifilm might not ever bother dipping their toes in full frame, but that very sweet 33mm that is so razor sharp with fantastically smooth bokeh is one very good reason to stick with APS-C. And the 50X, a good reason to skip full frame and go bigger than full frame.
If you want to set up your own website, online store, or just your own domain, it's super easy to get started with Squarespace with a slick, easy to use interface filled with a plethora of templates to choose from, and with 24/7 customer service to help you out if you need it. You can give it a try with a 14-day free trial and 10% off your first order by using this link and discount code.